Alright, harvest day 2, 2020. Got a little man with me today. We're still opening up this field around Grandpa and my place. And we got the dryer going this morning. My dad did, so we gotta keep an eye on that today. That's always an adventure, get that set up and running to where we want it. It's gonna be hopefully a somewhat smooth day and just get that going. So we're catching up to Dad and we're gonna follow him through the field.
Right, we're on day 2 in this field. Yesterday was mostly about opening up the field and getting around the terraces. Today we're actually getting into the downed corn that I think I talked about yesterday. If I didn't, I'll just cut it here. Or if I did, I'll just cut it here. So anyway, today we're finally getting into some of that, which Dad is having some problems with the corn head plugging up. Yes, I am filming this and driving in the field, but do not worry, I am going under 5 miles an hour. It is perfectly safe.
What's it look like behind me now, right on top of this hill where I'm at?
Right, what that's about is that at the beginning of every season, you have to dial in your combine, because there's a lot of different things that go into making it come out. I think I discussed it yesterday. Anyway, we're still working on that. I should know what I talked about yesterday. I really should, but I don't. So, we're still working on that. I'm still hopping out, checking the ground, checking to see what's there. Yeah. Hopefully I'll get the GoPro actually set up today so I can show you guys something, but we'll see.
Come on. About the only time I wish I had a small dog is riding in tractors. She kind of hogs up the whole floor, but she gets used to it. I wish that we'd take this foot photo off because I never use it. And she'd fit real over there real nice, but supposedly that caused a lot of problems. There's a mechanism up in there, so I just deal with it. Poor Lou.
So this is kind of, I'm going to show you guys an example of kind of why we're doing what we're doing so early in this field. It's going to be hard on my side of my monitors, but here you have our nice, normal, healthy dun corn. Up here, see all this corn that's down on the ground, and you can just tell that it's shorter and doesn't look near as healthy. That's got pockets of that in this field because the soil right here is super sandy. So then we're back to healthy corn. So yeah, so that's sand. If you've ever been to the beach or know anything about soil types, sand does not retain moisture very well. So it doesn't, when we get rain, it tends to dry that part out faster. We haven't had rain for, like, there was a good chunk of July when we really needed rain. Didn't get rain. So that kind of got fried. That's probably not going to yield very well in that area. And it's because it's so frail and brittle because it's been done and dried up for so long, it's starting to lay down. And we need to just get it out before it's laying completely flat on the ground, and that's just a mess. So, as you can see, we're having a little bit of trouble with the downed corn we're trying to get out, plugging up the corn head. So it causes for some stops and some reallocation of corn. Good way of phrasing that. Into the corn head. It's all OSHA approved as well, I promise. Definitely. No adult language either. Completely PG-13. Yes. Okay, so anyway, like I said, today, down corn yesterday was opening up and going around a terrace. For those of you who do not grow up on a farm and do not know what those two words mean, opening up a field is kind of a general term farmers use for getting started in a field. There's a fly in this cap with me, and it's going to die eventually, but it's not yet. But you see me doing this, I'm not crazy. Anyway, generally opening up a field refers to when farmers first come in. If you look out into a field, you see obviously there's corn everywhere, nowhere to dry, right? So we have end rows in a field, and you have your main rows, right? So when you go in and you open up a field, you are taking out those end rows and giving places for like trucks to park, grain carts to drive and follow alongside of you in the combine. And generally, then you just start sectioning up the field and just kind of going along your main rows. Or else, if you have to, opening up, we classify that also as going around anything else that might need to be outlined, such as a terrace. And a terrace is, what do you want to call it? Like it is a soil conservation method. I don't know exactly when we had to put one in this field, but like conservation practices have since changed. I think we can take ours out and probably plan to. I don't know. I know we want to. But basically it's a concept where, you should know a terrace. If you do any landscaping, you know what a terrace is. But it's like you do a steep slope and you just put in like a ridge.
Kyle?
Hang on.
Yes. Well, your mother tested the thing again, and now it says it's 13.2, 13.4, which kind of lines up with the dryer, which is too dry. So in that, in the dryer, in that box is that chart. See how much you need to speed the rolls up. You're trying to just add a point. Don't go 2 points. Just try to add a point to the corn. Okay. I mean, leave it on manual, and I either remember or keep track of where it's at and how much you moved. It's okay to get a fiasco, but speed it up a little bit. Come here.
Okay, so they're talking about the dryer, our dryer system. We're trying to get it, we're manually testing the moisture and then comparing it to what the dryer says our moisture is and trying to get them to match. Anyway, totally different subject. We were talking about terraces. So if you have a big hill, maybe I'll try, I don't know. I keep telling you guys I'm going to do things. But basically for us, it's like a strip of grass-y type thing. Basically the concept is to, when you have a steep slope, it helps prevent soil erosion by basically preventing or creating a barrier that doesn't let the soil go down anymore. But we don't really have those type of like tall hills in this type of part of Iowa that we need that. That's kind of more in other parts of Iowa, other parts of the state, where you have really steep slopes where you'll actually get soil erosion. And around here, when we basically do no-till anyway, which is a different concept that I will maybe address some other time, not today, basically the root system is still intact. We don't really need to be doing it. I'll flip this around. We're actually passing the terrace now, so you'll get an idea of what I'm talking about. And then you can see how that's not even a hill. That's just a small, like the height changed a little bit. But one second.
Finished up kind of this upper area that's been dried out pretty good. We're just going to finish this up tonight and be done for the evening. It is Sunday, so I don't want to work too late, but we're getting stuff done, so it's good.
Oh, look at it. Kyle was really responsible and put his blinkers on. Wow. I didn't do that.
One nice thing about following the corn head is with this, our 12-row corn head and the auger extension of the combine, as long as I follow right in the combine tracks when we go to dump on the go, I'm in the exact right row I need to be for unloading on the go. That's not necessary today because we're just opening the field, kind of getting started, but it's just a nice little tidbit for later on.
Guys, I found the first frank of the season. Alright guys, we are done for the day. Dad is just heading off to do the last little something. I'm leaving the field. Kyle's already at home. We got a good chunk of this field done today. And I don't know when we're starting again. But you guys will be along for that ride as well, don't you worry. Interesting fact of today is that we had to haul with our tractors just because the fields are really close to the home farm. So we just tractored everything straight there and augered it into a semi, which then dumped it into the pit, which then put it up in the wet bin. Anyway, the whole time up and down the road, I didn't meet a single car. Wait, no, crap. There was that one car. There were almost no cars. I should have just lied. You guys weren't here. There were no cars on the road, guys. It was a miracle. Also, I'm an amazing poker player, just FYI. Alright, well, I'll let you guys go. Have a good night. I'm getting on the road, so I gotta shut this off. Bye!